Backing into a tight parking spot at night is usually a guessing game, but this little camera seems determined to take the stress out of the equation. When you first pull this thing out of the box, the first thing you notice is that it doesn't feel like the cheap, flimsy plastic units that usually flood the market. It has a solid, heavy-duty alloy housing that feels like it could actually survive a few years of road salt and rain without falling apart. That is a massive relief, because nobody wants to crawl under their bumper to replace a camera every single season. The image quality is where this really tries to separate itself from the pack. It uses a larger sensor than what you typically find in these aftermarket kits, and honestly, it shows. The colors look surprisingly natural, and the brightness levels are tuned well enough that you aren't squinting at a grainy, washed-out mess when the sun starts to set. It handles low-light situations with a decent amount of grace, pulling enough detail out of the shadows to make sure you aren't backing into a curb or a stray bike left in the driveway. The 170-degree field of view is wide enough to cover the blind spots that your mirrors just can't catch, which is exactly what you want when you're navigating a crowded lot. Now here is the catch. While the hardware is impressive, you have to make sure your head unit or monitor is actually capable of handling an AHD signal. If you plug this into an older, standard definition screen, you aren't going to see the full potential of that 1080p output. It's a bit of a bummer if you're hoping for a plug-and-play miracle on a decade-old display, but if you have a modern screen, the clarity is genuinely sharp. The installation is pretty straightforward, and having two different mounting options is a nice touch. You can go for the license plate mount if you want to avoid drilling holes into your bumper, which is a huge win for anyone who likes to keep their car looking clean and factory fresh. The wiring is also worth a mention. It uses a thicker copper core, which feels much more durable than the thin, hair-like wires you usually get in these kits. It's one of those small details that makes the whole process feel less like a headache. If there is one thing to nitpick, it's that the setup can be a little fiddly if you're trying to hide the cables perfectly, but that's just the nature of the beast with any aftermarket install. If you're tired of squinting at a blurry, flickering screen every time you put your car in reverse, this is a solid, well-built upgrade that actually delivers on its promises. It's not just another cheap gadget. It's a piece of gear that feels like it was built to last.
Check out the video description for updated price. And thank you for watching this video.